Morena, you beautiful beings. Today we are making our way south down to the beautiful Wellington, jump on the ferry and take a tour over to the South Island and then make our way down to Christchurch to start preparing and setting up for creating space, connecting up with our brother Michael Shane. Got to do a lot of organizing, a lot of collaborating and bringing people together. If you guys are out there and you want to gift into creating space, it's all volunteer based. There's opportunity there for you to gift your beautiful passion into the zone. If you're passionate about the ngahere, moana, tinana or the whare with sustainable ways of living, haramai, get in contact and we'll hook you up. Good start to the day. Let's go.
I thought it was awful food, man. Was a big, you mean bugs?
Morena brothers.
Morena, my brother. The van looks sad, doesn't want to leave. Doesn't want to leave his spot.
Hey, are you going back home today?
Going south, my brother.
Oh, you going south?
He's venturing on some more. My brother.
Kakite, my brother. Saw the bed.
Saw the great one, my bro. At the full.
Okay, we're at Dannyburg and we are paying a little visit to the information centre because I want to get a map of New Zealand and map out where the creating space whānau days are going to be. So, how am I whānau? Let's go and have a look at the whānau in here. Hello, I'm just after a map of New Zealand.
New Zealand map?
Just a big New Zealand map, thank you.
We have got,
Oh, yep, here we go.
and those ones are free.
Oh, well,
Alright.
there we go. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Correct. Okay, quick update. Woo! She's been a long journey, whānau. It's 6:30. Oh, I must have been driving for about 5 hours so far-ish. A few stops along the way. But we've just connected up with a brother and he's in sort of the Porirua area. And I decided to go and hit him up, see if we could go and crash at his place for the night. Chuck this haku in the deep freeze. Hopefully he's got a deep freeze. I haven't even asked him yet. But yeah, that's the mission so far, whānau. We're going to go and trip over to his place and then catch up with this brother. Never met this brother before, but seems like a wicked fella. And we're just going to go from there. Sister Hoira messaged me and she reckons she's going out on a mission tomorrow. She said, come on, brother. So I said, oh, perfect. She reckons conditions are looking mean, so that's us. We might be out there for a dive mission tomorrow, and then the next day I'll probably jump on the ferry and head south. So haramai whānau, just about to rallies, another hour and a half to go. Just got into Wellington and it's a crack up, man. People are I was just sitting at the lights there and the brother in the Makita truck was giving us a bit of a toot, bit of a wave, bit of a buzzy one on the way through Featherston. Another brother I was sitting at an intersection and someone was driving past and he was like waving out, gave him a bit of a toot and a how's it. So shout out to you fellas out there, brother, and whoever you were that was tooting out to me on my way down to Wellington. Cheer. Bit of a buzzy out of a feeling, travelling around and just people waving out, all that sort of carry on. But love, light and blessings, my whānau. We're just about to the bro's place. So haramai, finally get there, chuck this haku in the freezer. I think this is the bro's street. Pretty sure we're in the right spot. Right, we made it safe to the beautiful Wellies, and we have connected up with this beautiful brother,
Cheers, brother.
Chet, and this is
Poriroa, best city in New Zealand.
and we just got a bit of a kite. Got us, the bro just sheltered us a bit of a kite. We're gonna go back to this place. This is the brother Miski, and we're out there for a dive tomorrow, funny. We're out there. We're out there. Yeah. Kia ora matua. Wow, look at this absolutely stunning.
WAKA Le Ta Va'a. There's Matariki up there, bro. Look on the side, up there.
Oh, look at this Matariki. Wow. Can you share some knowledge on this beautiful waka?
This waka was built out of a promise I made to my grandma, and I finally plucked the courage to finally make it come true. So this has been a long time in the making. It's been a few years in the making, but over the last 2 years, I've finally put A into G and got on with it.
2 years, couple of years.
It's been a couple of years in the making. After it's built, I will take this canoe up by trailer to Auckland.
Yeah.
And I will sail down the east coast.
Wow.
To fulfill my promise I made to grandma,
To
and
your
that's
nanny.
to fundraise for the Tokelau Bible translation,
Okay.
which is, the work is still ongoing.
Yep.
And the first board that's in the middle of the waka here, it was laid down by some of the local communities here,
Okay.
along with our Deputy Mayor Izzy Ford
Wow.
and our translation minister Tui Sopoanga.
Yep.
So that's the reason why Matariki is on the waka. 2 years back when that first board was laid down, Matariki was rising.
Wow.
So I inlaid that
Yeah.
to commemorate that occasion.
Wow.
As much as this hono here,
Oh,
put on-
look.
it's about my moko who's passed on and who's travelled
Wow.
on, but also at the time I was carving this honu,
Yep.
my minister Perema Leasi, who passed not so long ago, he came here and did the blessing for this project before I started, and he also closed the hole up, the last 2 bits of timber. When I was carving this honu, I hadn't finished, and my minister passed, so this honu has come to represent those who have journeyed on, but also my moko who has also journeyed on. So there's a lot of things.
Beautiful, powerful.
There's a lot of connections here on this waka. This is
lashed
going to
on.
be a sailing waka, so
Oh.
I've got to make a mast step up the front there. This is the steering paddle that I've made for it. I still got to clean it up and all.
Yep.
So if you imagine a body of water break coming onto the hull here,
Yep.
these here disperse that wave energy.
Yes.
And so
yes.
by the time it reaches here, it just trickles off.
It's a lot softer, eh?
Otherwise, you get a whole body of water
Yep.
and lap straight over.
Absolutely.
So these were a functional piece of decoration, as you would say.
Yep. Yeah.
So our tupunas were onto it.
Wow.
They break up the wave energy.
Yeah. And it's simple, eh?
Yeah.
It's just so simple.
This project started.
Whoa.
This is-
So that was the vision?
Yeah, this is the model I carved
Wow.
of the waka.
Whoa.
And everything I learnt from this model here,
Yep.
I just transferred it into a bigger scale.
Whoa.
So this is
Oh.
the mold I
work.
shaped of the polystyrene here.
Yep.
Then I stenciled the shape of the hull,
Yep.
and then I transferred that onto the plywood and cut those shapes out.
Ah, yes.
And I placed them in their places where I took those stencils from,
Wow.
and they became the formwork,
Wow.
to which I laid the timber over.
I see.
Yep. So there it is. This is the first board that went down, like I said.
Wow. Man.
Translation
Yep.
Minister, our
Yep.
Deputy Mayor Izzy Ford there.
Yep.
Uncle who's another minister, and some
Yep.
of the local communities that came here.
Yep.
And so I just started laying after the first board went down. I started laying up the rest.
Started laying up the rest.
So when I finish and the glue dried, I call a working bee, and some of the whānau
Yep.
and friends came along and helped sand.
Work.
Yeah. And again, once the glue dried, we
Yep.
dropped the formwork out
Yep.
and started cleaning up the inside. And this is yellow cedar.
Wow.
And then once I finished the cleaning process, I just stained it.
Yep.
Stained it brown.
Beautiful.
That's the colour you can see here.
Beautiful.
And then from there, I fiberglassed.
Wow.
And then added these here, those waiwais in there.
Yep.
That's where the kiatos will be lashed on.
Yes.
This is the ama here that I got from our local
Whoa. Oh,
our local creek down here.
Yeah.
It's straight out of the creek from Cannons Creek.
Yeah.
I asked the deputy mayor for some of these logs that had fallen over during a storm.
Yeah.
And one of them became the ama, which is what you see behind you.
There you go. And it's tidied up beautifully too. So, because it's a certain wood, eh?
That is a totally of the willow tree.
Willow tree.
Yeah, there's a few species of willow.
Oh, yep.
And this is me here cleaning it up at the back.
Wow.
And it's all the whānau that I called to come and help bring it in. Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
look.
so this is when I inlaid the constellation there when Matariki was rising off the first boat that went down. Now, the wahine here are working on the ama, and this is pretty much life itself. It's about the balance of who we are as men.
Yeah, wow.
And the wahine represents that as well.
Yep.
But on the other token, this represents my mother.
Yep.
This represents my father.
Yep.
And that's the balance of who I am in life, and also my son just here.
Yeah, wow.
It's my Tokalauan side. It's my Samoan side.
Wow.
So that's how the waka speaks to me.
Yep.
In relation to all of this mahi.
Yep.
So that's when I started working on the honu here on the ama.
Oh, beautiful.
That piece here I carved. It's inside on the ihu. And so that's when I finished staining it.
Wow.
And so, yeah, and then I started working on the hoi. As you can see, I've already temporarily lashed it.
Yeah, work it.
Yeah. So we just come back from Waitangi. We'd taken this kaupapa down to Waitangi commemorations down here in Pariroa.
Yep.
And it was awesome to have that engagement with the community.
Wow.
And it was my way of giving back and saying thank you to the community who have been engaging in this project in more ways than one. So this is the mahi that's happening in Pariroa.
Beautiful, and how is that mahi whānau? Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Right place at the right time, eh?
As I was saying about the honu, I had done the voyage of Te Mana o Te Moana on Ngawalofa along with the other canoes, Te Matawa Maui, Hina Moana, Haunui, Whawhaite, Utonialo, which is Fijian canoe. Anyway, when we got to the Cook Island, Marumaru Atua was the other waka.
Yeah.
When we got to Cook Island, one of the crew members there, his name was T, who was one of the Cook Island crew. Anyway, I learnt on the voyage that he does tattooing. So he started off with a karakia, and then he started, and so I got this honu carved on my hand.
Wow, look at that.
And of course you can see the Polynesian triangle there. The honu represents the ocean. It also represents the land, because the honu is one of the creatures that can live on the land as well as the sea. And the four manus that you can see there represent my children. And the spirit of my journey at the time. And the mat, there's the mat there. And this here is that weaving pattern that you see, that represents all the friendships that I had made over throughout my lifetime on this voyage.
Binds everyone binding together.
Yeah, so this is what all that's about. Yeah. And your honu, my brother?
Yeah. Just got my honu from the brother as well, and his kōrero around it was about navigation.